Hey everyone, we're going to get started with the background cutting. Woohoo! I hope y'all are as excited as I am. I've been really busy the past couple of months, so hopefully after festival, which is at the beginning of November, it'll be much slower and I can talk to y'all a lot more. So if you haven't finished the blocks, don't worry, you can still catch up. This is what everybody started calling a slow along because we only do like one block per month, well, 2 blocks per month. So it's going to pick up a little bit with the background, but it's only October. So you have October, November, and December to get this background done and everything put together. And then I give you a bonus month of January so you can actually finish and get that finisher pin, not just the participation patch. So we're going to get started with cutting the background. Now, I'm only going to cut one color because there's really just 4 different shapes that we're going to be doing, and we've done these shapes before. So I'm going to kind of give you a refresher on those right and left side angle, half triangle. It's been a while since we've done those, so I'll give you a refresher on those. And then I'll go through piecing of every one of the block steps. So like the tail and the diamond and the triangle and all that kind of stuff. You'll want to get done cutting all of your colors before we actually get to piecing. So I'm just doing shadow today. It's a shorter 1-yard piece, and it has all those cuts. So let's get started. I'm excited. Hi there. Pardon the ring light. I'm having to do the cutting kind of after hours. So sorry about that. I'll try to leave it out as much as I can. I'm going to start cutting the strips with the stripology ruler. And then we need the Super Sidekick. That's the ruler that we're going to work with today. And I know that ring light's going to get on your nerves, but I'll try to do different lighting. I've just been real busy and having to work at the shop during the day and can't really film like I used to. So I'm doing my best. Sorry about the light. I wish I could do something about it, but yeah, you'll be okay. All right. So first you just need to cut your strips as stated in the pattern. So, I need to change my blade. Okay, cut 1 strip and 2 strips. So I can do 1 more. I like the stripology because you can just cut quick strips. And I think my angle was a little off. I'm kind of working around. Whew, pretty bad, actually. I was working around an ironing board, but these other ones, when I was straight on, did pretty good. All right. So we've got our strips here. I keep hitting the microphone because my shirt's kind of tall. Here, I'll move it down a little bit. Okay, there we go. Microphone's in place. So I need to cut a couple of more strips. And I'm doing, this is shadow. So I'm cutting shadow first. Really, you'll only see the ring light when I'm doing, let's go all the way over here. Sorry about that. Only when I'm doing the cutting here. All right. So I'll get this back lined up. Already had a straight line, so then I'm just going to cut, and I don't have enough for that. Let me look at the book. I want to see what it says. Sewing sections, background. All right, we'll see. So now that we have the strips cut, I'm going to get the stripology ruler and we are going to get started with the cuts. So the first one it said was diamonds. So I'm going to leave this in half I'm not going to take it off of that half. And we are going to line it up. I'm not even going to cut off the selvage right now. I'm going to line it up. I'm actually going to go just a bit into that selvage, I think. Line it up. Do your first angle. Then you're going to flip it around. If you don't remember, flip it around. Line it up with the size. Get a little bit off. There, that's better. A little bit off. And if you can see, we're really lined up with that tip here. All right, and there we've got 2 diamonds. And then you'll just make enough diamonds, as it says in the book, the pattern book. I'm going to cut one more just so you can see it. And this one we only have to cut once. You've got your diamonds. I'm going to open this up. And I cannot get another one out of it. Let's see. I'm playing around. Nope. Cannot get another one out of that. So I'm wondering with this strip, shadow, 6 diamonds. I'm going to see if I can get more if I don't keep it folded. We're playing around here. I want to make sure that I have enough fabric. So we're cutting that one. Let me get up under here. I'm going to flip it around, not over, flip it around, line it up. Line it up at the bottom and everything. Looks great. Cut these nice big pieces. It's going to be nice big piecing. Okay, then I'm going to lay this back down here, open like this. We'll line it up at the size we're supposed to get. And cut. Line it up again. And cut. Line it up again. And cut. Line it up again. And cut. Nope, you get the same amount. You get the same exact amount. So whether you fold it or whether you cut it straight, you get the same. All right. So the next thing we have to cut are triangles. And you can't use the hexamore. I prefer the hexamore when we're doing triangles, but you cannot use it with this one because the hexamore only measures to 3 to 4.5 inch triangle, and we're doing larger than that. So you just line up the top line and the bottom, and I would move it over. We're doubled up here. We're doubled. I would move it over just a hair into the selvage, just because you know it's going to get sewn in there. I like to use up as much fabric as I can, not waste. Okay, we cut that first one, turn it around, or turn it over, line it up, and then trim. Okay, you have 2 triangles there. And then you flip your ruler over so you don't have to move the fabric around. You flip it over, and then you can cut your other triangles. And again, we are going to trim I don't want to trim on this one. I'm going to use the Hexenmoor to trim this. So I'm going to get the Hexenmoor out and line it up. Trim those little points off. We're going to trim all the points. I'm doing 2 at a time here. We're going to trim the points. All right. And then with the other triangles, we're going to trim. Oops. Did I have it lined up good? Yeah, I had it pretty good. Trim a little bit more. Okay, that one's already done. Let's trim these off. And these shapes that I'm cutting today, I'm only going to do one cutting video because all of these shapes are the only shapes that you cut for all of them. So if you have these shapes down, then you are good to go. So we've cut diamonds. We've got our diamonds here. We've got our triangles here. Nice big pieces. Now we're just doing the left and right half triangles. All right. So let's see if this works. We do not need the Hexenmoor. We need a straight line. I'm going to unfold this. I'm not going to do 2 at one time. And I'm going to cut, let me line this up real quick. I'm just going to do a quick little straight line here. Cut off that angle because I'm using the rest of what I have here. Let me see. I want to refer to how many we need to make. Forgot to look. All right. We're not doing very many, just a couple. All right. So you line up with this. I'm going to get out of the ring light for this. Move it over here just a little bit so you can see the ruler. So sorry, look to the left side of the screen here. I want you to be able to see this. You're going to line this middle line up on the hexagon. See this line right here? You're going to line that up with the edge of your fabric. And you are going to, sorry, I'm at a bad angle. Just slice it. There is your right. This is your right. When it's like this, it comes off to the right. This is your right triangle, right half triangle. Then what you're going to do here on the opposite side of the ruler, there is another angle, and you're going to line it up top and bottom. So face up, just turn the ruler over. So you've got the ruler like this for the first one. Then you're going to turn it around, line it up on that other end. You can line up the points like this, the line, and then there is your second one. And then you turn the ruler back around, line it up, cut, turn your ruler around, and then you cut. All right, so just cut how much you need of those. That's for the right half triangle. For the left half triangle, you start the same way, but with the wrong side of the fabric. Since it's a solid, you know, it's up to you whether you do that or not. So you turn wrong side, and you've got, you turn it back around. Now you've got your left triangle. Turn it the other way. So we're still working with the wrong side. So if you're doing like Tula fabrics or something, this is the wrong side that's facing up for the left side. Then you do it again. And you've got your left, because we're flipping back over to the right side. Again, we do one more. So from one strip, I was able to get all that I needed for triangles and the left and right half triangles. So if you're afraid you won't have enough, you do. You have enough. So I did all of that, triangles and the left, the right and the left half triangles with one strip. So then just as a reminder, because we are not done with the diamonds, we did everything else. I'm going to flip back to how many we need to do. I had to look up again those half ones because I forget, right? Those are the ones we do all the time. All right, so I need to do just a few more of these diamonds. So I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting what I need for shadow. There we go. That one, that way. Flip it around. Oops, don't let it get too messed up. All right. Diamonds. And nice and easy. You have a lot of fabric left over on this one. You only needed 4 strips, and I actually cut 5. I was looking at another one that said 6. So be sure to check your pattern while you're doing this. Don't get too freaked out. So just like that, we are done cutting one of the background fabrics. I'm going to put this over the ring light. So one of the background fabrics. Very easy cutting. I am not going to do another cutting video. I think it would just be redundant. You know how to cut diamonds. You know how to cut triangles. We've been cutting triangles with the hex and more, but I showed you again how to do it with the super sidekick. And then we've got our right and left. If you're dealing with solids, it really doesn't matter. Solids are so saturated now. There's truly not a front and back. But if you're dealing with your prints, remember when you're doing your left half square, you turn the fabric over before you cut it. Then you cut it the same way you do the right half triangle. All right, this is all the shapes that you need for all the background. This was shadow. It was the shortest length and easy for me to cut and show y'all at one time. So you've just got 5 others to do. I'm going to give y'all 2 weeks to do that. 2 weeks to cut all this background, and then we're going to start piecing it together. In the email that you should have received for this, if you didn't receive the email, check the Facebook page. I will give you the schedule that we're going to do for piecing the backgrounds and things like that. All right. Thanks so much. We are on the background. We are so very close. I can't wait till we get to the end and I see everyone's quilts. It's very exciting. All right, guys, y'all start cutting. Happy cutting. Bye.